Good morning class. Today I'm going to explain you about one type of the Java token which is called literal or constant. Literal constants having a fixed data values as its definition indicates those quantities which do not change their value during the program execution uh, are called literals or constants. So in this category, there are the sequence of the characters like digit, letter and other characters that represent the constant value to be stored in a variable. Literals are divided in different categories. First of all, integer literals. Any whole number, positive or negative, without any decimal point is known as integer literals, means fixed integer values. Fixed whole numbers are called the integer literals. So these are the few examples of the integer literals. Are you able to see? These are not containing any decimal point. These are fixed whole number. It may contain the negative sign also. So these are called the integer literals. The next kind of the literal is floating point literal. Any number may be positive or negative with the decimal point is known as the floating literal. A floating literal must not end with a decimal. So all these are the example of the floating literal. Means it should have a decimal point. It may contain negative sign also, means negative number can be considered as a floating point literal, but it should contain the decimal point. For example, this is minus 23.0 is called the floating point literal because it is containing the decimal decimal point. So this is called the floating point literal. The next type of the literal is character literals. Any single character enclosed with a single inverted comma. So this is a very important point is single inverted comma because if single character enclosed with a single inverted comma is known as the character letter. But if a single character enclosed in the double quotes, then it is not called the character letter. In that case, it will be called string letter. So you should able to understand the difference between the character literal or string literal because character literal should be enclosed with a single inverted comma and string literal will be enclosed with the double quotes. So this is called the character literal where a single character enclosed with the single inverted comma. So all these are the example of the character literals like the A is enclosed in a single quotes, U is enclosed in a single quotes. This plus sign is also enclosed with the single quotes. So all these comes in the category of the character literals. One another specific type of the character literals that will be represented through the escape sequence. In this category, if we want to represent some non-graphic characters or some other special types of the character on the screen and we want to print it, then we have to use the specific type of the character literals, and these character literal should be used along with the escape sequence. So escape sequence also comes under the character literals. Like if you are using slash n, it will represent the new line character. If you are representing slash t, it will represent the horizontal tab. So it will give the effect of the horizontal tab. In the similar manner, you are also able to represent some other specific type of the character. Like if you want to print the single quotes on the screen or if you want to print the slash on the screens, mean these kind of symbol which having some specific meaning, they are able to print on the screen with the help of the escape sequence. So this particular thing means escape sequence along with this backslash along with this T is is a single character. It is called a single character which will represent the horizontal tab. In the similar manner, this backslash along with the character n will represent a single character and which will represent the new line character on the screen. Now the next thing is the string literal. As I have already described that one or more than one character, it may be one or more than one character enclosed with the double inverted comma or double quotes is known as the string literal. So how you are able to recognize the string literal? With the help of the double inverted comma. This is a very important thing because if it is asked that find out which type of the character, which type of the literal is this, so you are able to understand with the help of the double quote or single quote. If single quote is there for one character, then it is called the character literal, and if it double quotes for one character, then it is called the string literal. So all these are called the strings literal. All these comes in the category of the string literals. It may contain the number also because numbers and special character are also treated as a character. So a group of the character will form a string and it may contain a single character also. So this is a string literal. Next is the boolean literal. And a boolean literal is a very specific type of the literal and it have a fixed value. Two type of the fixed value it have, true or false. So it can take the two fixed value, true or false. So all these are the types of the literals. And the next thing is next Java token is operator. You have uh, already learned about the operator in your previous class. If in detail you have already applied these type of the operator in your programs also. So this thing is clear to you. Different type of the operator, arithmetic operators. These are all are the arithmetic operators, and these operators are used to perform the arithmetic calculation in your programs. Wherever the arithmetic calculation is needed, you should apply these kind of the operators. You are able to understand the meaning of these kind of the operators. And the next category, the relational operators are there. All these are called the relational operator. They are able to establish a relation between the two operands. Um like the greater than equal, less than equals, not equal and double equal. All these operators are used to find out the relation between the two operand. Next kind of operators are logical operators and or and not operator. You have already used logical operator and they are able to create a boolean expression, and this kind of the expression will return a true or false value, and this will be applied within the if statement or wherever that this kind of statement is needed uh, to find out the result in form of the true or false. Means if you want to create a boolean expression. Increment decrement operator, very useful operator that is used to increase the value of variable by 1. Decrement operator which is used to decrease the value of variable by 1. And in the similar manner, the assignment operator, it is used to assign the value of one variable. The assignment operator will be used. Another kind of the operator like the conditional operators and then new operators and some other operators we have to use in our programs. So these are the types of the operator. Another kind of token is punctuation or separators. Different kind of the punctuation mark like the semicolons, brackets, and commas, all these kind of the punctuation marks we are also using in our programs. These particular punctuation marks having a particular meaning. In for example, if you want to terminate the statement, we have to use um, the semicolon symbol that will represent this statement will be terminated. If anywhere you want to terminate the statement, you have to use the semicolon symbol. So punctuation marks also used in your program, they're having their specific meanings. So with the help of all these tokens, we are going to create a programs. In our programs, we have to use the all different kind of the tokens like the keyword, literals, identifiers, operators, separators, all these kind of the tokens will be used to write a proper program. So now you are able to understand the meaning of the tokens and different types of the token. This is all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.